channels off the tube, and today we have something very special and different because it is the very first ever Cooking with William, where today, with William, we're going to cook. It's pretty much just that. So we've seen many videos on the internet of people cooking things. They cook their favourite food, like an apple, or I saw a good recipe recently for 3-cheese blend for like a pizza. But today we're going to cook my favourite food. So, any guesses what that might be? I'm hearing chili. It's chili. Yeah, it's chili. So here we have how to make chili. So we have our list of ingredients set out here. We have meat, preferably minced. It doesn't really matter what sort of animal you use. You could have a cow or a pig. I'm using minced Health Inspector. You've got onions. I've got 3 onions. That's too many onions, but I'm going to use all those onions because they're really, really old. A stock cube. We have chili powder. This is paprika. We've got whatever this is, garlic powder. 2 tins of tomatoes. 1 tin of kidney beans, and 1 tube of tomato flavor toothpaste. So, first stage is preparation. Before you cook anything, you need to prepare because these onions are not ready to go in. They need to be chopped. And some people find, when chopping onions, they find that the onions make them cry. And that is because those people are wimps. The onions don't make me cry, I make the onions cry. Come here, you onions. Okay, and we are back. The onion has been chopped. Useful tip, don't chop it by punching it. That won't do anything. Another useful tip, some might say, is if you have long hair to tie it up. But I wouldn't advise it if like you're male, because you know those like top knots that seem to be popular with some people recently. Apparently, you know, they put a strain on the hair and contribute to baldness, so I wouldn't risk it. I'd rather have hair in my chili than go any more bald than I already am. So, we now have on the hob, we have a pan. This is another important ingredient, is the pan. We're going to turn on our hob, and we're going to start cooking up the onions. We want to get them, we'll need a spoon for this one. Great, okay, so got a wooden spatula thing. Now I didn't bother showing me chopping the onions because, I mean, if you don't know how to chop an onion, work it out. It's quite simple. And if it's really difficult, then I think you can buy pre-chopped onions. But those are for the lazy and for quitters. We do not quit. We don't. Is that on? Yes, that is on. Good. Okay. So, it has occurred to me while I was chopping those onions that this is going to be quite noisy. All these cooking noises. Oh, okay. All these cooking noises might be a bit noisy. Hopefully, you'll be able to hear the sultry tones of my voice over the sound of the frying onion. That's plenty enough oil. The oil isn't actually in the recipe. You're better off getting your onions cooked a bit before you do anything else. Especially if you've got way too many onions like I do. Because otherwise, you're going to end up with raw onions in your chili, and that's not what you want. It's a rather unfortunate angle, because I've got my camera up. If I have it any lower down, you won't be able to see my head. If I have it any higher up, you won't be able to see the chili. I didn't really think that through. Oh, tell you what, hold on. Okay, great. So now you're on top of a bin, on top of the microwave, on top of the counter. So these onions are now making noises. That's a good sign. You want to just, I don't know, do this for. Stop them from sticking to the pan. This is quite a simple step. You probably don't need to see me doing this, but I shall give you further kitchen cooking advice while I stir the onions. So this is what's known as browning. You might remember Jeremy Tilebrowner. He does this to tiles. This is literally what he does. And his cousin, Jeremy Towelbrowner, does it to towels. So yeah, that's browning for you. Now, making nice sizzling noises. While this there's a lot of oil in there. I think I put too much oil in. I'll put the oil away. While it's doing that, I could be opening up this meat, which we have here. Of course, it's possible that some people wouldn't want meat in their chili. There's some people that don't eat meat. That's okay, I'm sure. You can, I suppose, for those people, you skip the meat step and put in more beans. I don't know, more beans. You can't go wrong with beans. I'm only putting 1 tin of beans in, but you can put in 500 tins of beans. That would be ridiculous. Don't put in 500 tins. You'll never eat all that. That's just crazy. Now we get some nice oniony smells from here. Onions. This is exciting. Oh, yes, there's other ingredients I haven't listed yet. I'm going to pull them out from strange places and be like, where do they come from? Like, we've got up here, we've got a tin of Worcestershire sauce. Probably shouldn't be in chili, but I'm putting that in because you can't go wrong with a doll for that. And there's like things like salt and pepper. I'm just going to take it. You'll have those in your kitchen. If you have any of this stuff, you'll probably have those as well. It should also have cumin, really, but we don't have any cumin. So when I'm putting in the spices, just imagine that I'm putting in cumin as well. I'm not putting it in, but I should be. Now this is getting nice and cooked. I won't need to do this for much longer, and it'll be time to put the meat in. And when that happens, it'll be the meatiest thing ever. Now, I'm noticing there's a lot of important things I'm going to need later on that I don't have. I'm really bad at preparing myself. So, other things I will need that I don't currently have: a tin opener to open the tin. What is that? And I need something to open this packaging with as well. The main reason I didn't show me chopping the onions is that it takes me forever to peel. Chopping the onion takes like 5 seconds. Peeling the onion takes forever. I don't know why. Onions are really awkward to peel. The skin's really papery and rubbish. This is so much. This is a ridiculous amount. Don't use 3 onions. That's stupid. Who would use? Don't use 3 onions. Use 2 onions, and like 2 small onions or 1 sort of modest-sized onion. Don't go crazy. It's not chili con onions. It's just chili, or chili con carne. But it's not chili con onions. Don't con your onions. The Spanish word for onion is cebolla, I think. So chili con cebolla y un poco de carne. That's what we're making today. Oh, it's just so oniony. It's about that thick with onions at the bottom of the pot. You can see the pan. Yeah, okay. So this step is very important. It takes like 5. I've been doing this for about 5 minutes now, but you can do it for 10 minutes, and it will make not the slightest bit of difference because these onions are not cooking. All right. Well, I don't know. Not do too bad. I think putting oil in either helps or does the opposite of help. It hinders. I don't know. I wish I was like a foot shorter. Then I'd be down here framed, and you're all nice shopping. I can really kneel on a bit. That might help. It's kneel. It's kneel time. Oh, that's good. Really awkward. No. That's not. Oh. If it gets really noisy, it means that you're not stirring it enough. Okay, I think this is getting pretty well cooked now, so I'm going to put this ladder away. Put the ladder away, give this a bit more of a stir for a few more seconds, and make sure the camera's not switching itself off, and that the pan's not drifting off the hob. Okay, yeah, that seems about right now. So, the next step is to add the meat. Like I said, blah blah blah. You can skip the step if you don't eat meat. Blah blah blah. So this is the health inspector from Soylent Chili. Right now, I don't really. I think you just pull this like a bit of paper stuck to the bottom of it. So I don't really know how you have to sort of stick it. will I die if I touch one meat? I don't know, let's stick it in. My hands are clean. In you go, get in there, you meaty meatsman. Right, so this is probably not how you put the meat in. Oh gosh, that's a really big bit of meat. Okay, the meat is in. Chili. Yeah, this is how you make chili. It's just sitting in a block. This can't be right. Right, give it a good old pounding with your wooden spatula. Oh gosh, it's on the hob. It's on the hob. How do I get it off the hob? Cooking. Okay. Okay, it's fine. It's not even hot. Okay, lovely. So it's going to be quite loud now, but I will lean in towards the camera while I talk and explain what I'm doing now. I am browning the mince. You've seen me brown the onions. Now I'm browning the mince. It's already getting a bit brown at the bottom there. That's nice and brown. Yeah, lovely. Now, if you wanted to know the right colour for when to finish this stage, it's brown. It'll go straight from pink to brown. I'm trying to think of something poo related, like a joke to make, but I'm out. I'm out of ideas. I've out poo joked myself. This is. I feel like there should be less meat. This is like really thick and. Why is it so hard to stir? It's okay. This is definitely what you're supposed to do. Stir the meat. Oh yes. My hands hurt now. Now I've not actually tried making chili with anything other than beef and health inspector, obviously. So I don't know what it'd be like with other meats in it. I'm sure it'd be fine. I think with pork it would probably be quite nice. Fewer people eat pork than eat beef, but I'm sure the pork would be nice. Yeah. And yeah. This is probably going to take a while, so I'll get back to you when the meat is slightly more brown than it currently is. Welcome back. You joined me at an exciting stage. The meat is just about brown. It actually took less time than I thought it would, and it's gone from being a big brick to being lots of little squiggles. You should have lots of little squiggles just floating around loose. You don't want clumps. No one wants a lump in their chili. You want just nice squiggles. Now, you could stop at this stage, and you would have my granny's favourite dish, which is mince. Just mince with a few onions in it. But no, she doesn't understand that gravy exists. So this is her favourite. It's not my favourite. It's okay. I mean, I enjoy my granny's cooking, but that's not what we're making today. Today we're making chili. So we do not close. I should have gotten the tin opener while I was not recording. That was stupid of me. Okay, so the next stage, as I wander off camera and leave my pot unattended, is to get tin opener. Here it is. Okay, good. Tin opener. Now, there's two types of tin opener. The type that takes a little ring out the top, and the type that takes just the whole top off. I hate the type that takes a little ring out because it's impossible to get it off. So my tin opener that you see me using as a prop all the time, that is the type that takes the whole top off. This is the family tin opener, and it is the take the ring out the side. But here is a useful little trick for people like me who find it difficult to open a tin with this type of tin opener. So this is how you're supposed to open the. No, hold on. Yeah, this. You're supposed to open it like this. Turn it upside down. It'll cut the top of the tin. Amazing. I know. I just don't have time for peeling a little ring out from the top of a. No, is this actually the next? No, I'm just opening these tins in advance. We don't need the tomatoes yet. That's the. Let's give this a bit of a. I'll probably turn this down for a while. Actually, it's really high. 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, so right. So that's pretty much cooked. Take the lid off this. Oops. In there. There's a sink behind me. I'm not just like throwing things out the window. And we'll open all the tins just now. while I'm on top of everything, and then we will get back to more interesting things. So yeah, so I don't quite remember how I discovered this, because it doesn't work both ways. You can't take the ring out of a tin with the other type of tin opener. The ones that take the ring out work both ways. The ones that take the top off only work one way. So that's interesting. But yeah, this one's got a ring pull in it, so I've not got. I don't have fingernails. There we go. Okay, right. We don't even need to use a tutor in this. Those only strained later on, but we'll get back to that. Okay, so let's give this a stir. Make sure it's not sticking to the bottom. It's very juicy. Hello. Yeah, sorry about that. The wind blew the door open, and I thought someone was coming in, but they were not. Maybe it was a ghost. The ghost of kitchen past. Spooky. So yeah, so this, what am I doing? The next stage is, I've got the actual recipe up here. I'm following it very loosely. But the next stage is to crumble in beef oxo cube. Other stock cubes are available. This looks like beef. Is this beef? Yeah, it's beef. So crumble it in. I'm guessing you just sort of crumble it. You don't like put it in water or anything like that. Here's a fun story. I once had one, not one of these. I think it was a Knorr one, in a sandwich. My sister made me a sandwich with gorgonzola that was off. A variety of really old condiments, just every possible condiment, like mushroom ketchup, oyster sauce, old hundred and thousands, old flaked rice, and an uncrumbled stock cube just sitting in the middle. And I had it at school for my lunch, and I was sick because it was disgusting. And the school actually got in touch with my parents and said we're concerned about the quality of William's lunches. And that was just, yeah. So my sister didn't make my lunches after that anymore. Now that smells a bit like chocolate. This is beef, isn't it? Yeah, I think so. Liven up your lasagna. Yeah. I wonder why it smells like chocolate. Maybe it's just my imagination. Or maybe it's what's the phrase? Transference. Maybe I want chocolate. That's the although chocolate actually goes quite well with chili. I've had chocolate with chili in it. I've had a curry with chocolate in it. It is chili and chocolate is actually quite a decent combination. So if you have, like, I mean, you wouldn't want like Cadbury's Dairy Milk in there, but you know, I mean, potentially you could put a little bit of like really dark chocolate in your chili. That would probably be quite nice. But we don't have any of that, so I'm gonna let this get nice and stocky. Like me, no, I'm not stocky. I'm too tall to be stocky. I'm just fat. Do you know why? It's because I eat chili every day of my life. That is a lie. That is a terrible, untrue lie. Now you'll notice it's stopped making all that awful noise now because all the oil sort of sizzled away now. So we've just been left with this nice pan of. Oh, there's like no heat. I forgot to turn this down, didn't I? So I could. Right, let's turn this back up again. Get some cooking. I think we need it up to high line. Let's turn it down to 7. I have no idea what these numbers mean. I mean, I know it's not degrees Celsius, because that would be really cold. Beyond that, though, it's 7 out of 9 heatabells. We'll call them heatabells for now. Now, I saw a good cooking video a while ago. Was there 2? Sewage did one. He did cooking with sewage. And you'd think, well, that isn't my favourite ingredient. You see, this is why it stopped making the noise before, because I turned the heat off. Just stirring cold, lumpy meat. But yeah, cooking with sewage. He made like a ham sandwich, I think. I don't think anyone's. Well, I say anyone. I don't think anyone out of me and sewage has made anything quite as complex as chili before. It's exciting, isn't it? Chili. I like the chili. You'll also notice I'm not wearing my traditional me in character as myself T-shirt. You don't want to cook in a white T-shirt. That's just asking for it, especially chili, which has got like 100 red things in it. Now you want to wear a red T-shirt that has not been washed for a month. I did realise yesterday. This is disgusting, but this is the same T-shirt I was wearing in my Christmas video. It hasn't been washed since then. That was filmed like a week before Christmas, so yeah, I'm definitely putting that in the wash someday. Now this is good. I think this is stock keeps being stirred in the heat for long enough. The next thing you do is add a splash of Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire sauce. Is that where we at? Worcestershire sauce. There's a shire in there. It just says Worcester sauce there. So you want not just no shire. I don't know. I don't know how much a splash is either. I'm just going to shake it with a splash. Splash, splash, splash. Splash. I think that's a splash. Okay, good. Nice and splashy. That's probably too much. That's okay. Less than that. That's too much. It might not be too much. It might be fine. I don't know. So I'm going to turn this down. I keep turning it up and down. We'll lose track of this. Turn it down to 4. I am going to go and strain the kidney beans because there's a lot of like juice in there, and there's a basin full of crud in the sink. I will be back in a second. Okay, that took longer than I was anticipating. I've never strained kidney beans before. They're full of like a thick, gooey liquid, but that's fine. Everyone is full of a thick, gooey liquid. Don't feel bad about yourself, kidney beans. So these just kidney beans. It just says kidney beans. They just go in. It's fine. I don't know. Stick that in the sink. So we've now added kidney beans. You've got your basic fundamental chili here. It's chili without chili. You've got your meat, you've got your beans, you've got your onions. It's all stirred in. I'm going to turn the heat back up a bit to 7, so that you get a bit of heat in and cook these. I mean, they're like, I think these are pre-cooked anyway. I don't know, but cook them up a bit. Just make sure. Yeah, kidney beans. So called because they look like a kidney. Which of course is the first thing that you notice if you turn into Peter Capaldi. You just go kidneys, and that's kind of an old joke. But never mind. I wonder what's next. Tomatoes are the next thing, so it's gonna get very exciting. It's gonna go from being a kind of dry, oily, meaty, beany thing to being a sort of tomatoey version of the same thing. I really need to clean my surface. This is a good tip. It's clean as you go along, and you won't like cross-contaminate your stuff. This should be in the bin or recycling. I don't know if that's probably recyclable. Clean it all up nice. I don't need this anymore, so that can go in the sink. I don't need this anymore, that can go in the sink. I don't need this anymore, that can go in the sink as well. Okay, our workstation is clean, and this is needing stirred because it's keep leaving it and it keeps sticking to the bottom. And it's the one rule, one single piece of advice I was given is don't let it stick to the bottom of the pan. Oh my goodness, it smells really nice actually. It doesn't smell like chili, it just smells like meat, but nice meat, you know, I'd eat that. I'm going to eat it at some point. I'm not going to eat it all in one go. This is another useful thing. This is way more than one person needs to eat. I don't even see it. Look how much there is in here. Heaps. This would serve like 4, probably at least 4, maybe like more than 4. So it's a big old chili, yeah. And you can combine this recipe with a recipe for shepherd's pie if you want, and that makes a very special dish called shepherd's willy. And no, it does not. Or chili pie if you prefer. It's a bit less rude. But yeah, so that's my recipe. This isn't me finishing. I don't know why I'm talking like I'm winding down, but there's so much stuff left to do. So I think these are probably cooked now. So how long have these been here for 3 minutes now? So that's probably long enough. What time is it? 1:30. Lovely. Okay, so next stage is put in a load of tomatoes. Now I've got 2 tins of tomatoes. I think that's about right. I think 2 is probably the optimum number of tomato tins. Now you should probably empty your sink as you go along as well. I would say about keeping your workstation clear. Workstation very clear. Sink is very full. It was empty at the start, and now it's full of stuff. So you've got, as you can see, it's soup now. It's a really thick soup. But no, it's not. This is just unspiced chili. This is basically what we're going to be eating later on. We probably won't show the eating part because I won't have the kitchen to myself by that point. So you'll have to just imagine me eating it. And you remember that video that had me holding chili? It wasn't this. This is the really good stuff. This is the proper chili, the way it's supposed to be. That stuff's like out of a tin, that other stuff. This is proper chili. This is how you chili. I expect you to chili at some point now that you know how to chili. This is very thorough. There's no excuses now. Chili. Now I'm going to turn this up a bit because there's like a lot of liquid ice put in there. Nope, that's gone down to no. Nine. No. Right. Here's a useful tip. It goes up to 9. If you press up after 9, it goes back down to 5. So just take your time. 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, we're back up to 9. We've dialed up the volume. We're cooking with... Well, we're not cooking with gas. We're cooking with... it's electric. It's really grubby from where I dropped that bit of meat earlier. So keep everything clean. And you won't get salmonella. You might get salmon. Salmon's fine. Everyone likes a bit of salmon. Not in their chili, of course. Or I don't know, maybe that would be nice. I've never had fish chili. Feels like two things that wouldn't really go together, but it might. I don't know. I'm not an expert chef. I am like minimum level to not be completely incompetent at chefery. Now, a good judge of when this is getting hot enough, if it starts making a noise, it's probably getting quite hot. You can tell it's making a noise because you can't hear me anymore. Of course, if you're trying this at home, then I don't know, just stick your finger in it and see how hot it is. Don't do that. That's a terrible idea. I don't want you to, I don't know, your carer telling you, saying, "Oh, why is your finger burnt off?" "Oh, I dipped my finger in a cooking chili." "Well, why would you do that?" "But I don't know. Bad Geminton told me to do it." "Oh, that Bad Geminton, I'm gonna punch him in the face." Not saying necessarily that you would be Welsh and from the north of England, respectively, but that's a hypothetical situation. If you're making chili, do so under supervision. Always wear gloves, unless you have a fear of gloves. It's not all gloves, but like those plastic gloves. It's like a hand that's been hollowed out. I'm just giving me the creeps. I don't like them at all. That is completely irrelevant to making chili. I also have a fear of polystyrene. That's probably come up at some point in the past. That is just my nightmare, is polystyrene. And having to pick up polystyrene and then pick up little plastic gloves. It would be awful. So, the next thing I'm going to do, after I've finished talking to myself and stirring the chili, the not quite chili yet. This is looking really nice, actually. It's a good consistency, I think. That looks right? Yeah, the next thing I'm going to do is put in other... I've kind of lost the thread of what's on, but I'm going to put in other ingredients very soon. What's this? Is that heated up? Yeah, look kind of hot. There's steam coming out of it, so I think that is now up to full temperature. So the next thing we do is add this tomato flavor toothpaste. It's not toothpaste, it's tomato puree. Don't brush your teeth with it. 0 out of 10 dentists recommend this toothpaste. It doesn't say how much to put in, so I am going to guess and say it's probably some. This is a new bottle, so I need to take... What? It's like a metal thing over the... There's no tab. There's no tab to open it from. Okay, hold on, I'm going to get a knife. Right, I'm sure there must be an easier way. There's it's not like a tab to lift it from. I was expecting there to be more like this, but I wasn't expecting it to be easier to take off. Oh, well, that's off now. Don't do it like that. That's like I nearly cut my finger off there. And the thing is, especially if you're opening a tin of tomato puree, if your blood is as thick as mine, you'll probably never see which is the blood and which is the puree. Now just give it a good old squeeze. Is that enough? I didn't see how much went in there. I was looking at the camera. Give it a squeeze. No, that's probably too much. Okay, good. Tomato puree. Useful ingredient. I don't really understand why you need. I suppose it's like extra tomatoey. Like tomatoes themselves don't taste enough like tomatoes. You need stuff that. Oh, that's a weird colour. Okay, I think I put too much in. That's the slogan for this for the cookery session. I think I've put too much in. Which, when we get to the chili powder, is not going to be a welcome statement. Um, yeah, give that a chance to mix through the mixture. So yeah, it's just like extra tomatoiness. Like the amount of tomato per area is higher. So you put a little bit of it in, and it's like having 50 more tomatoes, and that's like a lot of tomatoes. That's too many tomatoes. So no one's got the time to chop up 50 tomatoes. So you squeeze 50 tomatoes. I wonder how many tomatoes are actually in here. Let's have a look. 30%. That's not much. That's like one tomato. 30, how much is this? Quantity. 200 grams. Okay, well, I mean, a tomato is. How much is a tomato? That's gonna be 60 grams. 60 grams. Oh, that's like half a tomato. How is that concentrated? I knew this. I'm spilling. Made myself too excited. Tomato puree. It can be exciting. I know. Don't worry about it. I get excited too sometimes when I think about tomato puree. Just oh wow. Imagine that. Okay, so that's probably enough stirring. This is probably too hot. You don't want it set. I'm gonna turn this down. 7, 6. We'll do it 6. I think 6 is probably gonna be enough from now on. Now again, there's a chance that your cooker will not have the same. That's really bubbly. Maybe turn it down a bit more. Your cooker might have different numbering system. Just when it's high, have it high. When it's low, have it low. I don't know what these numbers mean. I'm eyeballing it. So just work it out. It's approximate. It's fine. Don't worry about it. This will all be fine. If I disappear with food poisoning, it wasn't the chili. It was whatever wasn't the chili's fault. It was, I don't know, some unrelated food poisoning. What's next? Salt and pepper. There's a song by them that I'm supposed to sing. I don't know how it goes. So I don't know how much. Just how does this work? I don't. It's full, but I don't know how this works. Let's see if we get the pepper. Now pepper. Oh, that's working right. Oh, I've broken that one as well. Oh dear. Why is everything breaking? No, stop. Bad. Okay. This is. It's everything in this house broken. What this came off in my hand. How shredded are these? Not shredded enough. I can't just like stick them. There's so much pepper on the hob when I take the lid off it now. Right. I'm getting some. I think that's probably enough pepper. Okay, pepper. We have succeeded with the pepper. I've not succeeded with the salt. I'm gonna have to use the pot of salt instead of I wanted to grind it in. I want to grind. I needed to grind something. It just it's not cookery if you don't grind with it. Okay, well this is different salt. This is fine sea salt for table and good. Is that my hair or is that a fly? I think there might be a fly in here. There is. Okay. That's a useful trick. I'm going to have to wash my hands now. Grabbing flies out of the air. It's really easy to do. But of course, if you do grab a fly out of the air, oh gosh, that's really above. I think that's too high. I'm turn it down. Turn it to 4. Yeah, if you do grab a fly out of the air, wash your hands because flies. You don't want fly in your chili unless it's chili con fly. Why is it so bubbly still? Why? It's really low. This is terrible. Let's turn it down. Turn it down to 2. I hope this cools down a bit because this is really intense. Okay. I think we solved one. Right. Salt again. There's no measurements in my recipe, so I don't know. Just some salt. That's enough salt. Don't want it too salty. Mr. Salty. Okay, good. Well, that is me salted and peppered. Next thing to do is chili, chili powder. And the secret ingredient, not cumin, because we have no cumin. You need to have cumin in it. Who doesn't have cumin in the kitchen? I don't know. Never mind. Tell you what, if the brush doesn't have cumin, we can use our spoon for the chili powder. Now, I've been recommended, this is the only thing I've been given a measurement for, about 4 teaspoons of chili powder. I asked if it was 1 tablespoon, apparently 1 tablespoon is too much. 4 heaped teaspoons? Seems like an awful lot. Okay, well that's like 2 teaspoons already. Right. How are you supposed to get it onto the spoon? Right, just shake, right? That's probably enough. Right, okay. That amount of chili powder. This is not any actual professional chef watching this would just, oh gosh, this would be a disaster. Right? Is this like, how old is this paprika? I don't know if this is a. Don't want too much paprika, just a little bit. In comparison to my chili. Right, okay. That's actually, we're nearly there. The recipe says half a cup of water, but I don't really want to water it down. Well, actually, no, I probably do, because I just put in way too much chili powder. Okay, so half a cup of water. Actually smells quite nice, I think. As long as that's not wishful thinking on my nose's part. Oh no, we've still got an ingredient left. We've got this stuff. Garlic Itation Leaf Song. So this is garlic lightation leaf song. Now, I don't know how much to put in. I think you just put like a couple of shakes. Oh, that's the entire pot. Okay, you put the entire pot in. That's fine. Okay, you stir it in. It's fine. It'll mask the taste of the chili a bit. Well, it looks like chili. That's definitely a promising thing. Now, I'm going to add a half a cup of water, and then I'm going to leave it sitting for a while and see what happens. Do I have a cup? Yeah, here we are, my cup. The obvious question you're going to ask is, does it have to be a Christmas-themed cup? Or it would be if you could see that clearly what the cup is. The season of the cup isn't that relevant. A Christmas cup is useful because you're not going to need it unless it's Christmas time. So you're not going to miss it if you're using it for putting chili into water into chili. So half a cup of water. Yeah, that's fine. That's wet. But now the water is cold, so we'll turn this up a bit. I'm not turning it up any higher than 5 because that last one, when it was bubbling like a crazy one, was terrifying. So we will we'll do our dishes now. Because we're conscientious kitchenmen, we don't leave our kitchen untidy. That's going to be chillying for a while. Now that is basically that's the recipe. But how do you eat this chili? How do you put this into your head? I don't know. I do know. Recommended serving with rice. Basically, just rice on a plate. Obviously, like heat it up. If you don't know how to cook rice, get microwavable rice. I don't know how to cook rice, so I will be using microwavable rice. But proper rice is nicer. Yeah, so you just put the rice, once it's cooked, and it's not like hard, dry rice, once it's moist and hot, the rice goes in the bowl, right, and then the chili goes on top of the rice. I mean, you can mix it in if you like. It's weird because I'm a bit OCD like this. I eat all the beans out of the chili before I eat anything else. Which, I don't know, kind of defeats the purpose of having the beans in the chili, but I like the beans. It bothers me having beans and chili in my mouth at the same time. I'm a strange man. I don't even understand me. So, there's way too many things in the sink at the moment. I don't know why I've dumped all this. doing I dumped it all in because I was making a thing. So you don't really see me do the dishes. Rejoin me in a short while when I will have done the dishes. Ooh, exciting. Okay, the dishes are clean and the work surface is clean and the chili is chillying. Chili down with the fire again. Speaking of which, I don't know if you've heard this. Apparently they're thinking of remaking Labyrinth. Isn't that just like the worst? Why would they do that? I know that's got very little to do with chili, besides a song with the word chili in it. But why? Why? It's one of the best movies of all time. And why? I think they should only remake movies that are bad, because then they can do better the second time around. But remaking a good movie is a waste of time. Round aside though, chili is very nearly finished. It looks actually quite appetizing. I have not tasted it yet. I will do so at some point before it is delivered to the rest of the masses. But yes, I think that this chili has been. I don't want to count my chickens before the hatch, but I think I have successfully made chili. I'm gonna put this away. I don't need that there anymore. No, isn't in there. Useful to have it to hand while making the chili. Don't really need it afterwards. So. Okay, let us try. It'll take a while after it's scooped out though, because it's chili there. There we go. Now, so this is going to be hot for a while. So we'll just think about other chili related things. Chili Willy. Do you remember that? It used to be like in Woody Woodpecker. I don't know if that's still on anymore. But I'm pretty sure it wasn't on like new episodes when I was a lad. It's probably reruns. Down. It doesn't taste like chili. No, I don't. Oh, no, I'm getting it now. Yeah, that's possible. Possible, yeah. Let's keep stirring it for a while. But that tastes more or less like chili. So if you cook to that recipe, that is how you make chili. There you go. I will also attach a picture of me eating said chili later on at the end of the video. But besides that, chili has been made. Rice will be made in the next half an hour or so. And the chili will be eaten in the next hour. I hope you enjoy your chili when you make it to this recipe, or to a better version of this recipe. Other than that though, thanks for watching and have a nice day.